Today I want to do a short review on my Sawmill, the HM126. All right guys, again, my name's Andrew from Backwoods. I just wanted to go over why I got this machine behind me, which is the Woodland HM126. During all my research, I came down with two that I really wanted, and that was the Woodland Mills, what I have here, and Wood Miser. And one of the main reasons why I like about Wood Miser is that that's pretty much all they do is for lumber, the sort portable sawmills, commercial type sawmills and things like that. And they are really, really nice sawmills. And I believe most of them are made, or if not all of them, are made here in the US. And the next one was Woodland Mills, which is a company out of Canada. So those were the two I narrowed down. And there were two main driving factors why I ended up with Woodland Mills. The first being the cost. Wood Miser is a great brand. They are great sawmills, but they are on the expensive side. I think you pay a little bit for the name brand, but they're worth it. They're really, really, really good sawmills. People swear by them, and I wouldn't be opposed to owning one. This one was, you got the best bang for your buck. Setup, delivery, and everything was under $5 grand, and I upscaled on some things that I'll go over in a minute that you need to make sure that you do. They do have a model over this, which is the HM, is it a 130 or 131? I don't know. I'll put it below max, which is obviously a little bit bigger than that, bigger than this. But this is the mid-range one, 126, and they have one smaller, which is 122. So I went with the 126 because it allows you to cut up to 26-inch diameter trees, which is probably most of what I'm going to be dealing with is going to be in that range. 22 just really limited you. Losing that 4 inches just really limited on what you could do, and I didn't really feel like I needed to go up to the 131 or 130. Again, can't remember which one it is. I'll put it below. So that's where I went with this one. It's mid-range, and it's been absolutely great. So let's go over with one of the first things I think you need to do this. Again, I will try to remember some of the specs. If not, I will look them up and I will put them below as I go over them to go through that. So the first thing is, when you get this, it's going to come with a track, obviously, what it rolls on right here, your tracks, okay, what it actually rolls on. I'm sorry, so it's going to come with basically two sets of those, which is going to equate you being able to cut up to, I think, 10.5 inches, all right, long, which is going to get you most of anything you're going to need. General is going to fall in the lines of between, I think, 8 feet and 10 feet is where most of the lumber's cut. But then if anything you need extra to cut long, if you gotta go 12 feet or 16 feet, you're out. All right, so I went ahead and spent the extra money, and I got an extra extension, a track extension, which is right here, which you wouldn't know it. It looks just like the other ones. If you can see it, my shadow in here, all right, it looks just like the other ones, all right, but it allowed me to cut an additional six feet, all right. So now I can cut up to right at 6.5 feet long. I mean, not 6 feet, 16.5 feet, all right. So that's going to pretty much cover me everything, and you can make it as long as you want. If you need to go up to like 24, you can just add another track to it, and that's what it'll do. So that's up to you and what you need. So I'm not locked into that. If I find where I need to cut lumber that's 20 feet long for whatever reason, I can get another track extension and add it on. That's what's great about it. You can do that. What's also great about this is you can buy a trailer package to it, to where you can hook it up and put it on wheels if you want to move it. That is an option. I don't know if you can do it with the track extension or not, but I do know that what it comes with, you can definitely put it on a trailer and you can take it down and move it wherever you may need, which some people might like that. And the next thing is the motor. Now it comes with the stock, what is it, Kohler, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check for you. Yes. It is a Kohler engine, and I believe it comes with a stock 9 horsepower is what I think it comes with. But I spent the extra money. Can I remember how much it was? Like $300, $300. I spent the extra money and I upgraded it to, I believe, is a 14. Cutting through some hardwoods because I cut pine, that sap stuff, cut pine and all that, go through. to the hardwoods. And I'm gonna tell you, I've gotten into some hardwoods, some like redwoods, that I'm glad I have that extra horsepower, because you can feel it. All right, especially if your blade's starting to get a little dull, you can feel it. Those are two things that I think you need to really look into. So let's go over a little bit of the bed, the bunks, and the track to see how it goes. It's real smooth. It is extremely solid, well built. Right, when you order it, it comes with the set of these smaller ones right here, which are really nice. It's got that notch, if you can see it, it's got that notch right there that allows you, it won't go any lower than that. I don't think you can cut anything lower than an inch off the deck. So you got to come with that. It also comes with one dog right here to lock it in. All right, and I think when I ordered the extension, it came with another one. They also come with some longer ones if you're dealing with some bigger logs. All right, that goes in there like so. All right, so it comes with all those, and then if you order the track extension, I think it comes with two. It comes with two of the shorter ones, the stops, and two of the longer stops. And then when you order the track extension, it comes with an additional one, because I have 3 of each of them. But so I think that's what, excuse me, alarm's going off. So I think that's what it actually comes with right there. And then when you go to extension, it comes with another clamp right here. All right. Let's go back over toward the head where the motor is and everything, and the system. We'll start with, again, what I like. The tank, all right. The lubrication tank is aluminum, which I like, because one thing I did not like about Wood-Mizer is, if I'm not mistaken, their tanks are a plastic, like a gasoline type deal, plastic. I didn't like that as much. And at the time when I bought it, and I think most of them have gone over that, this was innovative, at least for Woodland Mills that I saw, is the Woodland Mills comes with this little thing right here, which is basically controls your lubrication. Beforehand, it was there was only just a little lever toward the front of the head that you turn it on or off to get your lubrication flow, and there was nothing in between. Well, this one it doesn't go until you push the gas, and when you push the gas, it pulls this in. You can see that, pulls that in and pushes that, and then it allows the lubrication to flow. So that was one thing at that time. I think most models have something similar to that at the time. Where the blades are in here, let me open that up for you. Here's the blade and the band blades and all that stuff. Is the wheels coming right here. These things are made really well. And this stuff is just it's well built. Everything's metal, all metal. Same thing out of that. I do know that this is loose. It's supposed to be loose. It literally tells you. All right, it's just the follower. It's great. Go over that. Here's it got there right here. This is basically the blade protector right here. This is what it stays on right here. You can slide this up and down to open up the mouth of the blade to go all the way up to 26 inches width to cut slabs or whatever you need to do. This is where the lubrication comes out. This tube did not actually come with it. There's actually a zerk right there where you see the zip tie attached to. There's a zerk. That is a zerk, which I thought was a grease zerk, and then found out that it was not. Because that's where the water comes out. See, I'll push it and you can see it. See it dripping. All right, that's where the lubrication comes out right there. I added that. I actually cut it off of one of these. It was just so long I didn't need it. I think it was right here. Cut it off one of those and put it there, and it's worked. It's worked better. That was one small modification I did, and it's worked great. It's got where the sawdust all comes out. It's got wide openings. I've never had any issues of any type of clogging of any kind. Right here, the blade clamps are really good. There's one there, and then there's one here that hold the blade guides. Like I said, it's just real easy. It's real simple machine to operate. They do, I'm not gonna go in great detail, they give you 2 different measurements here, one here and one here. I'm not gonna go over that. I'm not going to go over those measurements, those rulers, those tape measures. If you watch Sawmill with Sandy, he did one for him. If I can find it, I'll put a link in it to you to watch it. He went over what it is. I do know that one of them also takes an account for the kerf of the blade, which, if you don't know what that is, that's the thickness of the blade, which I think is 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch. So each time you cut it, you're losing that amount. So watch him over those, which one to use, which one he uses, why he uses it, switches between, so forth and so forth. So that's what he does. All right, so that's where that is. That's just your throttle. You can flip that up and down depending on how high your sawmill sits, and this is how you lower and raise that. But that's it. That's my mill. Again, it's a Woodland mill, HM126. It's great. I don't know, I probably didn't answer everybody's question. How hard was it put together? Not crazy hard. I would say if you do it by yourself, it's going to take you some time. Get some help with it as well. I would count at least a day. Give yourself a day, a good 6 to 8 hours to do it. You will need some type of tractor or piece of equipment to pick this the head up, because it comes fully assembled outside of like the bar where the clutch is on, but the main stuff is assembled on it, and it's roughly 400 to 500 pounds for you to pick it up and lay it on the track. So you will need a tractor of some sort, of some type of machinery, which, assuming you would have one, to put it up on there. Another piece of advice is make sure you have, I would have some sort of platform. Now this is not going to be its permanent platform, but when we first did it, it was literally sitting almost on the ground, which makes it really difficult to work off of. It is extremely strenuous on your back, bending over. So that's why we raised it up probably a good 1.5 feet to do that which was a good decision. And if possible, and you'll see this as well, this log deck that I built, it's just a makeshift log deck to put log decks on it, and I'm not quite done with it, and I'll show you how that works in another video, but that'll be a lot nice. And I don't have it out here, but make sure you get yourself a cant hook too. That's really important as well. But that's it. That's the generalization of the Woodlands mills. Their customer service is, I've heard, great, but I haven't had any issues to deal with them. So all I can say is I called and ordered it and had absolutely no problems. I didn't order it straight online. I called them and actually told them what I wanted and all that stuff, and that's what it is. Their flat rate shipping was great. Shipped here was great. Ordered it, and I think I got it within 3 weeks. So really good turnover time. And I don't know if I remember why, if I didn't say this, but that was the other reason. Let's go back to the beginning, and I don't think I said it, but that was the other reason why I went with Woodland over Wood-Mizer, was I got more saw for the money, and at the time I was ordering it, Wood-Mizer had a lead time, a wait time of 52 weeks, a year, to get a mill, and you had to prepay, and I wasn't going to do that. So I ordered this, and I had it in 3 weeks. So that was the complete deciding factor there. Although I think they're up to speed now. That was after all the COVID stuff and everything. So they're up to speed now. I don't think their lead times is near like that was. So, but anyways, I love the mill. I love everything about it. It runs great. It fires up every time I use it. Make sure you use the right gas that they tell you to use. Change the oil when they tell you to use it, to change the oil. And yeah, that's it. If you have any specific questions, leave a comment below and I'll try my best to get to you and answer it. Other than that, that's all I have for this video. Y'all have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.